So this is a video on how to get shadows in Second Life. For starters, you're going to need Firestorm Release version 4.3.1.3.1155. First, you're going to start off by going to Preferences and going to your graphics. Make sure you have the advanced menu open. Under shaders, you're going to want to have transparent water, bump mapping, and shiny checked. Then basic shaders, atmospheric shaders, lighting and shadows, and ambient occlusion. Under shadows, you'll have sun and moon. And then under water reflections, you'll have all avatar and objects. I have my graphics set to high. And apply that. What you do next, right click your toolbar at the bottom and find toolbar buttons. You'll want to find the one that looks like a photo shutter and says Phototools and drag it down to your toolbar and open that. Under wind light, you want your first two boxes checked. Don't mess with the next two or anything under the quick wind light settings. Where it says type towards the bottom, make sure it says all avatars and objects. It should say that after you fixed it in your settings. On resolution, you can pick, if you get really laggy, it's probably best to say on decent or good. I run on excellent, but you can go up to lifelike is the best. And then make sure that transparent water is checked. Next, go to light. Under light, you want enable lighting and shadows. Ignore the next two. If you want to see face lights, you can enable attached face lights, but I don't really care to see face lights. Under the next one, where it says shadow types, make sure it says sun and moon, but it should say it after you fixed it in your graphics. Shadow resolution, I have set to 1.24. Shadow blur is at 2.38. Blur distance 0.16. FOV cutoff is 7.1. A lot of these numbers will be default, but just double check to make sure they're these numbers. Under ambient occlusion, make sure enable ambient occlusion depth perception is checked. Under scale, make sure it's at 10,000, max scale at 25, and factor at 250.0. Under specular highlight settings, smoothness is at 628 and resolution is at 725. Next, you go to the depth of field settings. Depth of field and glow. Under depth of field, I don't have either of those checked. That just adds blur out in the distance. For view angle, I have 0.842. FOV is 60.0. F number is 9. FOC length 50, and FOC time is 0.500. I was told to never mess with FOC length or time because you'll get super laggy and crash unless you have like a super computer. COC is 10.62. Resolution is 0.70. Aspect ratio 1.50. Quality, I think this is just depending on what you want, and I have it set at 9. The numbers down, I'm gonna say this wrong, this word wrong. Iterations, I don't know. Is 2. Strength is 0.35. Luminance is 5.0. Warmth is 1.327. Width is 1.3. And alpha is 0.274. Under the General tab, I don't think you have to, I think this is mainly just where you can fix your avatars, like if it's on the ground or not. Mine needs to come down a little bit. Well, I guess that's as best as I can. Yeah. The only thing you really need to mess with is avatar floor offset there. On aids, you don't need to do anything, and camera, you don't need to do anything. So then you can exit out of that, and if you've done all of this, you'll have shadows. If you don't, try relogging, and if you can do it, then chances are that your graphics can't handle it. So if you really want shadows, you may want to get a new computer or update your graphics. Thank you for watching.